Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing great. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. As you know, in the Black Business School, we believe in wealth building for the Black community. We especially believe in making economic plans for your family because it's very easy to do things right now today that will leave a legacy for your family that will last for many generations to come. So don't miss your opportunity to make an impact that lasts for 100 years. So let me mention this to you guys. I was, lately everybody's been talking a little bit about Nipsey Hussle and his unfortunate passing and just kind of what that means for the Black community and everything else. And there's a lot of Nipsey Hussles out here. Y'all just won't know who they are until they die, apparently, because that's what we do. We tend to wait till people are dead before we show appreciation. But either way, though, one of the conversations that came up was, some of these fundraising efforts, like Reggie Bush was trying to raise money for Nipsey's kids, and the family was like, "We're good. We don't need this." And I remember thinking about that and thinking, like, what is it that would make somebody think that because this black man died, that his children are not provided for? Well, I think some of that's due to the fact that the black man, unfortunately, we have a reputation of being broke, not giving a damn about our kids, not taking care of nobody, leaving our children with nothing, leaving them destitute, dying, having all kinds of drama at the funeral, not having enough insurance to cover the cost of the funeral, just things that are unnecessary, things that could be fixed right now if you just make a quick phone call and just pay a couple of dollars for an insurance policy. But check it out. So anyway, a lady named Miko Lawson, who's one of the followers on drboycetv.com, she sent me an article in Complex. And that basically the title of the article is that Nipsey Hussle made sure his kids were financially secure, which I love this. I think that's amazing. I think it's awesome. It's not amazing. It's actually expected. So let me scratch that. I said amazing, but it ain't like it's above and beyond the call of duty, because every man's supposed to take care of his children. If you're a real man, you don't just provide for your kids while they're living or while you're living, you provide for your kids when you're gone. Okay, so Nipsey was a real man, apparently, based on this article. It says that according to TMZ, let me see here. Let's see, the kids basically are well taken care of because Nipsey owned his own masters for his music, which is now going to be making more money because he's died. When artists die, the music becomes high demand. Just like art's the same way. A lot of famous artists, that actually paint, like they didn't start making real money until they were gone. So it's kind of sad because some of them died in poverty. Also, he had trust funds in place. Trust funds are a very powerful, very important way, very significant way to pass your wealth on in a way where you can control it in a fashion where you can make sure, your money's not going to stupid shit, not going to people that are not going to be responsible. One of the things that I also recommend is making sure you have requirements for people to get access to that money. Not just requirements in terms of like, oh, you got to be married or you got to do this, you got to do that. I'm talking about like education, financial literacy. Like Shaquille O'Neal has a rule, he's worth $400 million. And Shaq's rule is with his kids, he said, I told them, if you don't show me degrees, then you won't get the cheese. And basically, he's like, you're not touching my money unless you know how to manage that money. That's like a farmer saying, you will not get my land unless you know how to farm that land and make something grow. If you take my land and you turn it into a desert wasteland and kill everything on the land, then I'm not going to give you my land. Well, the same thing is true with wealth. Wealth is like a plot of land. And a good farmer of wealth is somebody who knows how to plant seeds in that land and grow a bigger crop. Money is a seed. Money's supposed to be grown. So if Nipsey leaves $1 million to his kids, that $1 million should be 5 to 10 million by the time they're done. And they should be leaving their children 10 million. And then their children should be leaving their children 100 million. And their children should be leaving their children 1 billion, right? The money's supposed to grow. It's not supposed to sit still. It's certainly not supposed to drop. So the fact that black wealth is dropping means that our wealth is dropping. Student loans are dropping our wealth. Bad spending habits are dropping our wealth. Us not learning how to invest is dropping our wealth. So just understand that money can grow or money can sit still or money can decline. Your money should be growing. So anyway, it says that that the crowdfunding campaign on behalf that Reggie Bush put together, they said that's not necessary. And I agree. On drboycetv.com today, I actually kind of jumped into that a little bit and was saying that, sorry, I'm choking now, that if we really want to celebrate the legacy of Nipsey, I ate an apple today, and I think that a piece of the apple got in my throat. Okay, sorry, y'all just sat here and watched me cough like a crazy person. But I'm gonna keep it going. Okay, so one of the things that I mentioned today on drboystv.com is that if you are talking about Nipsey and celebrating his legacy, you know, I appreciate. I think all the emotion is powerful to watch. I think the symbolism is powerful to watch. The imagery is powerful to watch. But I think that we have to ask ourselves a really important question. What happens after all the emotion's gone? What happens when, you know, when the imagery's gone? What happens when the symbolism's gone? You know, at the end of the day, you have to have some substance, you know, and I think that with Nipsey, him being a big investor, being a big wealth builder, and the whole conversation about gentrification that's taking place in that Crenshaw area, it only makes sense that we would take that emotional energy and go raise, you know, $100 million or something and go buy up a ton of property in the area. I mean, think about this. Black people raised about $500 million or more. We actually gave Disney between $500 and $700 million toward that $1.3 billion that they made when they made a movie for us. But all they gave us was symbolism. All they gave us was emotion. All they gave us was a feel-good moment. So black people, one of the things you must understand is that if you want to stay broke, then spend all your money on a feel-good moment, because a moment is fleeting, a moment's gone. If you want to build wealth, spend your money on institution building, because institutions will last forever. So what I would love to see, if I could do this, I'm not going to raise this money myself, because I don't want to give the impression that I'm seeking to use Nipsey's name without permission to go and raise a bunch of money. And Crenshaw ain't my hood. You know, my hood is somewhere else, but I respect the people there. But I would say that if somebody close to the family has the trust of the family and can go out and do a big fundraising campaign, and black people gave as much money to that as we gave to go see the Black Panther, I think that you could really see something in that community that could last forever. So what I would probably do is raise $100 million and push people to give, you know, whatever you gave, whatever amount of money you spent going to see Disney's movie, which they didn't give you shit for that, double that and give that to the Nipsey Hussle investment fund. Raise $100 million. We gave Disney $700 million. We can do $100 million for this. Take that money and among many things, develop business education centers that could start in that particular hood, buy a couple buildings, you know, and in those buildings have people doing nothing but teaching young brothers and sisters in that hood the 3 pillars of wealth. That is how to start your own business, how to buy real estate, and how to invest in the stock market. If you do that, you are making a $100 billion impact on that community long term, because now you've taken all these people that are marginalized, all these individuals that can't get jobs necessarily, brothers maybe, you know, coming out the pen because, you know, they sent so many of the black men away to prison. Like Nipsey was helping his friend who just got out of prison after 20 years. That's when he got killed. Basically, you're taking these individuals and you're teaching them to build institutions. You're teaching them to build businesses. And the business development, what that does is it has a multiplying effect, because it creates jobs in the same community that these individuals live. So that's my 2 cents. I think that I'm not surprised Nipsey's kids are good. I mean, I read, you know, he's worth $8 million. Lauren London's worth $8 million. I would have been stunned if the kids weren't provided for in some capacity. And I want you also to provide for your kids. You know, ask yourself, do I have life insurance? If I was dead tomorrow, what would happen to my children? And if you are not comfortable with the answer to that question, then it's time to step up and do what you're supposed to do. Seriously, this is basic stuff. This is what we're all supposed to do. This ain't calculus. This ain't advanced nothing. This is what human beings do when they love their family, when they love their community, when they love their hood, when a man's being a man or a woman's being a woman. So let's be real men, let's be real women, and let's not make it a big deal when somebody does the right thing. Let's make it so common that it's not a big deal at all, that nobody even notices that you had adequate life insurance and estate planning, because everybody's doing that in the black community. So that's it. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm out of here. If you want to know where I get my insurance needs taken care of, I go to theblackInsuranceNetwork.com, theblackInsuranceNetwork.com. Also, if you want to get started on your wealth building journey in the Black Business School, we have programs that cost as little as $2, $3 a day. You can go to blackmoney101.com. That's blackmoney101.com. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and all that. I'm out of here. Have a good day. See you soon.